Hey, this one we have a request for. How do one come to the knowledge of being able to work a stick shift? And what I mean by that is, how does a woman come up with the knowledge? Hello, Brian. Hey, Brian. Come up with the knowledge to give oral sex, blowjob. Because there'll be some women out there who be like, I give great blowjobs. And, you're like, what the fuck? Because guys won't complain about a blowjob because that makes you the biggest bitch in the world. Because who's going to complain about something that you've been trying to, begging for this for 3 Christmas? You get it? Because if you bitch about a blowjob, you ain't getting another blowjob from that woman ever. And if you do, it's going to be the same old shit. So, but there's some girls that are good at it. So, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. So, you're with a woman and she's giving a good blowjob, and you're like, I wonder how many dicks have been in her mouth or elsewhere or whatever. But here's the thing: how did they get to that knowledge? And then so I had to ask. So I asked one. I said, "How did you do it?" Because my last person I was with gave great blowjobs. Said she never gave one. Was with the same person for 20 plus years or whatever. Never gave one because, well, what a bitch, right? 20 years never gave this man a blowjob. And then gives me one like she's buying popcorn for a movie, like it's a have to. Who doesn't go to the movie and buy popcorn? So anyway, and she's going at it like a trooper. And I'm like, this is not amateur, but then again, she wasn't 20 either, or 19 or something. But my second ex-wife couldn't buy a blowjob. I mean, she just dabbled around the end and then kind of wide-mouthed it. I'm like, you're not touching nothing. You're blowing air. But I see your point. I mean, men's penises. I mean, girls, why would you ever put a penis in your mouth? Think about it. He pees out of it. I mean, when you sit down on a fucking toilet, okay? A girl sits on a toilet. There's a hole. I don't care how big, you are. The slit's in the middle. The piss goes down. Whereas as a guy, we can sit on the toilet, and I'm a big man, and I mean fat. So, my penis would sit on a regular bowl of a circle, would touch the end. Or I could shit all over the back of myself and up the back of the toilet, one or the other. I'm so big, I can't get shit out one end and not have a dick touch on the other. So I'm in a dilemma, I don't want my balls and dick to touch this lid, but I got a video camera in my other hand because I'm playing a video game. Can't shit without playing a video game or checking Facebook. And so, all right, back to what I was talking about, women, how do you learn to give blowjobs? So I asked one gal who did very good, and she told me it was a combination of watching porn and practicing. But then again, it's like, okay, so what's the difference of 1,000 dicks one time or one dick 1,000 times? There's no difference. Except, they know where that dick's been most of the time. And if you give a guy 1,000 blowjobs, most likely it's not going anywhere. Okay, so girls, here's a heads up. If you're blowing your man on a regular basis, he don't give a shit what's out there. Okay? All he knows is he's getting a blowjob and life's good. So they say a way to a man's heart is through his rib cage. But actually, if you pump up the penis with your mouth and try to blow it, then there's a good sign he ain't going anywhere. No matter what the cooking. I mean, you could be burning down the fucking griddle. I mean, like eggs. You're boiling eggs and there's a fire. Would you deliver a good blowjob regularly? Or just attempt a blowjob regularly? There's a wide acceptance of shit you can do if you're given a blowjob. So we went from how to learn blowjobs to men keeping his dick off the inner rim to regularly a blowjob. So Brian, I hope this worked out really good for you because we got to the moral of the story is blow your man and you don't want to have to worry about what the fuck he's doing. True story. We're simple creatures, this thing gets tied up by this thing, and so it's a bad combo. 2 people in charge of the same body. Okay, just saying. But anyway, we can be hypnotized by blowjobs. So that's going to be the model from now on. Keep them at home for the blowjobs. Don't let them eat out of the machine at work or get a blowjob out of the machine. It's keep them home for breakfast. He's never had 2 cups of coffees, whatever. Anyway, I'm older than most. So anyway, have a good Sunday. And my hair was messed up and I was high. Later.